in vocal music class, of course, this semester, we want to get you singing. We want to get you singing in harmony with other voices, even though you're by yourself at home singing. And while most likely your family is not all going to join you and sing in harmony with you, hey, who knows? Maybe they will. But otherwise, you're going to be singing 2 tracks that I record. But then we're going to hopefully flip that, meaning get you to record a verse or a part, and we blend them in together, and then we make it sound like it was all you guys all along and not just me, or not me at all, in fact. So Awake My Soul is basically our first song that we're going to try this with, and I had to record stuff and kind of record parts and play out the keyboard part and so on. So what we're going to do is we're going to dive in. I'm going to show you visually what I'm talking about so you can actually see what I'm talking about rather than just looking at a talking head. Okay, so let's dive in to the track and see what this looks like so that you know how to approach this. Meet you there. And here we find ourselves in a program called Logic Pro. There it is there. And the thing about this software is it's a professional level software, professional recording software, I should say. And if you've ever worked with GarageBand, GarageBand is a free, excellent program, but Logic Pro is even more so. And a lot of the songs, I would venture to say, that you listen to have been recorded in Logic Pro. I mean, not everyone, but it is a very, very popular program out there. And so it's also a great way to show you visually what we're doing here with Awake My Soul. And so I've tried to color code things here, and each of these lines are a different track of singing or playing an instrument and so on. Let me just give you an example of that. I'm gonna hit this S button right here to show that keyboard is soloed. We're only gonna hear that keyboard. Yeah, so that comes in about halfway through the song, as you can probably tell. Here's the piano part, the main piano, and so on. Here's a guitar. And here's the bass. Now the bass I just really played with a guitar, and I made it sound an octave lower because I don't have a bass at home when I'm recording this. All right, so I've tried to color code it so that it's a little bit easier to understand. For example, these green ones are like keyboard or piano. And then the orangey one's darker for the bass, because I figure bass kind of sounds darker. And the guitar strum, that's the guitar that I played you. And that's going to be the orange there. And then any vocals here are going to be purple. Our main vocal is dark purple, and then alto and soprano. Now, the main vocal will be like what the gentleman would learn. And then the alto and soprano will be eventually in harmony what the different female harmony parts will be. So what you're going to do is I want you to listen through this song. I'm going to put this in the lesson slides, as in like the kind of like the full arrangement, so you can listen through, sing through, learn the melody, sing with the melody. That's my voice, of course. So I'm just going to start it for a second, right where the voice starts. Fickle my heart, how woozy my eyes. I struggle to find any truth in your lies. And now my heart stumbles. And so on. Now, one thing you got to know is that this takes a long time to do. And so I didn't go for absolute perfection here, meaning I didn't sing everything 100% correct. I know that. Or the guitar is perhaps a little bit out of tune. There was some technical difficulties with trying to get it recorded and blah, blah, blah. And I did my best to tune as well as possible. So there's things that could be improved. But for learning this, it will be, I think, a good tool for us to learn our parts. Now, if you're in grade 11 and grade 12, of course, you have sung this with me in grade 10 because it's a great song to learn. I love to teach this in grade 10, and it's just fun to sing. And so this will be more like a review, but we're also going to use this as a learning tool to get us to record our parts and kind of like I said earlier, sound like we sang together. Okay, so there's going to be parts eventually where in a har-hars, there's some alto and soprano melodies, or harmonies, I should say, and then in a chorus and in the bridge as well, in these bodies we will live, in these bodies we will die part. So let's just listen to the har-hars, for example. Free, har, 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 har. Now, I don't know if you can actually hear that there's 3 parts harmony there, but there is. And so just a quick proof of that. Here's the solo of the lead voice. Har, har, har. Here's the solo of the alto. Har, har, har. And here's the solo of the soprano. Har, har, har. And so on. They weren't exactly all starting at the same spot there. But and so the way you can learn this is you can sing along with the arrangement track, but I'm also going to put a track here that has this. For example, I'm going to add in this piano keys. It's on this file. I've called it alto keys, and I seem to just have changed its order. So let me put it back up. And if I keep that now unmuted so we hear it. I don't know if you can hear that piano there. That's meant to guide you, altos, on your harmony for that section. And so there will be a alto part learning file that will have that, and it'll be more prominent than it is here. For the demonstration right now, I have it, it's still not quite where it needs to be in volume, so you can hear it above everything else. I'll probably dip the other voices down or something like that. But and the same thing for the sopranos, we haven't left you out. So the sopranos, there's going to be this playing the keyboard part. So that when you go back and sing it with all the voices, it kind of sounds like this. Let's mute those keys. And so on. Now there's other sections, of course, that the same thing happens. Let's see, is this the show? Another har har, and here's in these bodies. Bodies we will live, in these bodies we will die. Where you and so on, and then we get to the last chorus and we're out. So I want you to listen to the original, kind of like, not the original Mumford & Sons. They're better than this, of course, but not better than you. And but I want you to listen to the original arrangement track that I made with all the voices, and you can sing along with that. But then to learn your part, you'll want to go through and listen to like the alto learning track or the soprano learning track, so you can hear those keyboards and play or sing with those notes. Okay, and then you gentlemen, you're singing with the lead track, so I will have I'll say a tenor/bass learning track for you. Okay, I hope this helps. And not this week, but maybe next time we're together as a vocal class, we'll be starting to recording your parts and so on. We're going on to other songs, of course. And so we're going to try to do some, hey, why don't you record a verse on this other song and so on. We'll get to that when we get to it. So thanks for listening.